Hey guys, it's DudeConRed1 and welcome back to another Minecraft video. It has been a while, yes I know, but it is time to come back. Just gonna be coming back in small amounts, not really doing too much, not being really active, but doing what I can to keep the channel active. So what we're going to be doing is starting off by building a ship. As you can see in front of us, I've built a quote-unquote mini model of the ship, and it's something I've been wanting to do for quite a while actually. I've built something pretty much like this on Raven, at least the front end. I've made something that sort of has the front end of the ship, but it's not really as... It's a little bit different than what it is here. So what we're going to be doing is building something along the lines of this. It is a steampunk style assault ship. That means that it has a lot of weapons, and it has a whole bunch of aircraft and things of that sort. It has ground support as well, so it's going to have all kinds of tanks and mechs and things of that sort in it as well. This is where all the ground troops will offload right here. That's why it's sort of odd shaped right there, and there's a lot of features on this, and I'm looking forward to going through with you guys. I've built several things to give you some ideas of what everything is going to look like. Here is the flipped version so that you can see what it looks like if it's flipped. I'm not completely sold on the design. I might be spicing it up a little bit here and there to make it look a little bit more interesting. All in time though, and also depending on maybe you guys have some suggestions in the comments. Before we get into all this, I really want to do a few shout outs that since I've been sort of inactive for a while, it's probably best that I give you guys some alternatives to watch if I do go inactive again or something of that sort happens. First and foremost, Monsterfish is streaming. He has been streaming quite a bit, and you guys, I'm sure, would like to see his streaming and what he does. He's been doing a lot of texturing and things of that sort. Go on over to his Twitch channel. That'll be in the description below. Also, Mythical Sausage. He has been a very key component of, being very... He's been very Conquest friendly. He has a lot of Conquest content over on his channel, so go check him out again in the description below. He's very, very entertaining, and I'm sure you guys will like him. Also, of course, and a lot of you already know about him, but Jaracraft has been making videos, a lot of videos recently, and some of them in Conquest, so go check him out. He has a lot of simple tutorials and things that, if you guys really want some things that you want to follow along and learn how to build, Jaracraft is a great source for you guys to check him, great source to learn from, so go check him out. But yeah, first and foremost, Monsterfish, go check him out. He's been streaming, and I'm not sure if I'm going to get back into streaming. We'll see. I just don't really have all the time to do that. So anyways, back to the video at hand. I'm going to be showing you the features of this ship, and while we're going through, I want you guys to sort of think about what else I should add, and give me some feedback. That's what I want to hear. So let's go ahead and look over this first of all. I'm going to go ahead and actually turn off shaders because you'll be able to see more. It's a little bit more clear now that we don't have shaders going. Alright, so first of all, you'll see all these levers. All these levers are flat guns or machine guns. This is what the machine guns are going to look like, at least my first rendition of it. They have sort of barrel mags at the back, and then you have the two barrels. And then, like, the guy that's shooting can stand right here and shoot out, all that good stuff. That's what they're going to be. And there's a whole ton of them. Now, this is just like a base design right now. This thing is going to be massive. If we go through with this thing is going to be absolutely massive. So we'll just keep that in mind and go from there. Then it has all these massive guns all the way along the top, and then there's several broadside guns here. massive turrets, and again on the top here, and then you have them on the sides and the back here. All these are very large guns for, you know, bombardment or, you know, destroying other ships and that stuff and such like that. Now, I don't have any renditions of that, but I do have a rendition of one of the broadside guns. So these are all broadside guns. You'll notice that those broadside guns go all the way along. So you see wherever that black is, they're broadside guns, and I use the fence gates as the actual barrels. And again, they go all the way along the ship. This is kind of what I have in mind, where the barrel can swivel up and down. Since it's a broadside, it doesn't need to go back, you know, left or right. It just needs to go up and down so that it can aim. I'm not fully sold on this design. I kind of like this mid part up till about here. There's going to be a guy standing here, and then he can adjust the elevation and fire the weapon. Still need to work on our loading system to get the ammunition or the munitions in there. Probably going to be like 2 or 3 people per gun, but that's the idea. And so that's kind of what I have planned for the broadside cannon. So yeah, pretty big. Now you'll notice that I have these nether brick bits. These are actually the helium chambers. I might choose a different type of gas, some sort of super buoyant gas. Maybe more buoyant than helium, lighter than air kind of deal, so that the ship can stay up. This is the main, this is kind of what I planned. Maybe it'll be bigger, maybe it'll be smaller. I don't know. But this is what I'm planning to be the main chamber, the main gas chamber down the middle. You'll notice that it has 3. It's going to have the one in the middle and then 2 on each side. And the gas chambers are separated into individual chambers. So say if this front chamber gets punctured, you still have this one back here that's full of air and that isn't open to the exposed bit. So also there's a recycling of air. That's why I put these in here. These are all going to be, you know, obviously it's going to be up in the air. It's going to suck in the air, and then it's going to harvest out the helium and then recycle the helium or add or remove helium from the tanks, from the ship. And there's several along. There's one there, you know, things of that sort. And they're going to cycle out and harvest the helium. For right now, it's a helium. It has a massive ramming scoop, or massive ramming, I'm not even sure what that would be called, but it has a sort of like a spearhead at the front to stab, and then a massive ramming, I forget what this is called on a ship. Most ships have this to be able to break through the ice and everything, but yeah, so that's that. Let me think some other things to point out. These are places where the landing gear will come out. Obviously, it's a assault ship, so it's meant to land and off whatever troops are on board. I still need to work underneath here. This is really flat, but I'm going to figure that out. But anyways, this is where the landing gear is going to come out. There are 4 landing gear on each side, and then this massive engine bit here is going to be used to support the stern of the ship, and that's going to keep it up. So that's that idea. Now, another thing is it has a lot of hangars for aircraft. And there's also these down here. I'm not sure if I'm going to actually make these into aircraft hangars. I'm probably just going to make it so that these are... I'm probably just going to fill this all up and make it a addition onto the ground assault hangar where all the tanks and everything are going to be stored. But if you guys have any more suggestions, let me know. But all this space in here we'll probably use for ground attack. Now, this is going to be a pretty big area in here, so just keep that in mind. So yeah, that's that. And let me think of some other things. But yeah, this is where the fighters are going to be. This is where all the fighters and gunships, things of that sort are going to be. And then the bombers are going to be right here. So you'll see that it has sort of this landing strip on the back. And the bombers can come in for a landing through the door into the cavity or the whatever this is here. And then they can come in. There's an elevator here that can stack them down, bring them back. etc. And say if you know, the fighters need to come up through here, same thing, or the bombers need to go out through there, they can, etc. There's like a lot of different things that are going on. Also, there's going to be a rail system on this all the way along the top of the main gas chamber, sort of like a trolley system to transport materials from the stern to the bow, from the middle to the stern, etc. There's going to be a trolley system to transport all of that up and down, transport personnel, things of that sort. There's going to be elevators and all kinds of things like that. All of this is going to be used for officers' quarters and things of that sort. There's going to be a lot of like extra space that we'll have to work with and figure out. So we need to have like a list of things that we want to add in. Maybe like some kind of gas, you know, some kind of fuel storage, ammunition or munitions storage, things of that sort. There's a whole bunch of different things we need to add in. Crew quarters, you know, guest quarters, whatever else we're gonna need. I'm trying to think of other things. Obviously, this is bridgy looking up here, so that's where the bridge of the ship is going to be. That's where they're going to steer it and make it do what they need it to do. Now it has 5 propellers, so these are massive propellers on the back of the ship that'll push it forward, and then it has a rather large rudder to steer the ship wherever it needs to go. So we can see it better over here, how all this looks, where it has the five propellers to make it go forward and all that good stuff. So yeah, that's that. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else on the inside worth mentioning. The engine room down here going to have a lot of mechanisms and things to make that work. Again, the fighters are up here, the bombers are back there, crew and the officials and stuff like that up there. All kinds of room up here for stuff. And again, I'm not too sure about this. Now, the other thing is that the bottom is really flat. I'm not sure if I want to add guns down there like I did up here. I'll be kind of running into some space issues, I think, if we did that, because we're going to have to add in the mechanisms underneath the guns as well to make them work. So, but yeah, I'm planning the interior while I'm doing the exterior. And again, this is sort of the size that I'm planning for this thing, for the main chamber. So it's going to have like these walkways through the main chamber to get from one point to the other point, etc. Things of that sort. I've kind of been coming up with like a power source, and so this is sort of like a plutonium. I feel like I'm some scientist, but some kind of nuclear chamber, nuclear reactor here, where the water comes through, gets transformed into steam, and then the steam powers the movement of the ship. And then an engine here, just kind of coming up with ideas. And the one hardest thing that's going to be is making the interior, but I'm sure Monsterfish will start creating some more textures. I'm also thinking about doing maps like Patrick's Craft has done in the past, making them into control panels and stuff like that. There's a lot of really cool stuff that you can do. So really excited about all this. Really been wanting to build this ship. I mean, just talk to some of my old friends on like Victor Comics. You know, he's known that I've been wanting to do this for ages. You know, ever since he's known me, I've been talking about doing something like this, and I think that now is a good time. But yeah, for projects like Crine, I can't get that transferred over to the mod quite yet, so we're gonna have to wait on that until that's possible. I hope that at one point we'll be able to, and we'll see what happens. I know those stairs are backwards. We'll do that some other time. But anyways, I hope you guys are interested in this project. Let me know in the comments below, and hopefully I'll be able to produce episodes of this on a semi-regular basis. Again, I can't put any promises in, but I plan on using the replay mod. Need to get that all worked away and figured out how I'm gonna do that. So enough of the rambling on. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Looking forward to seeing some feedback and hearing what you guys have to say. So Have a great day or night, wherever you're from, and so glad to be back.